And there it is, biting and clawing you, and you don't have weapons. When you're not a fighter, you're gonna bite, you're gonna claw your way to the top and get the fuck off me. Thank you to all who have donated, who are gonna donate. Hit the super thanks and enjoy the video. You could not have been born to the forest, and if you fall, if you kneel to these people, then you could not have been from the earth, from the forest. Damn. Wow. So there it is, right? Fire and water. Water left, fire on the right. It's two opposing forces. And remember that comment earlier that our friend laid on us. This comment of how can fire and water ever be worked together? They're two opposing forces. Well, as much as they can love and help each other, but look at what they can do when they're hurting each other. When one is hurting more than the other, you should stoke your heart in your fire, the fire in your heart. So don't not only don't kneel, but stoke, fan the flame in your heart to stay alive. And there is this one after that's 3 shots, right? 1 soldier, 2 soldiers, back to Ram, blood, throwing it back on Ram's face. This is the price you paid for what you're doing to him. And there's this scene here, right? Where he should fall. By all means, physically, he should fall. And this is his girlfriend at this point in the story. She's already in love with them, and she's feeling what he's feeling. And one of the soldiers just... Okay, so he stops the soldier, and you think he's helping. And maybe he is, but my take is that he's actually trying to gently push his knee down. So if he takes the knee, maybe they can stop this torture, or maybe he's the one that wants to lay the torture in. Everyone's got so much anger going on in this scene. And now what we're seeing, you're starting to get intersliced in this story, in this moment in time here in this movie, is the people that are watching this. We're seeing their faces now more and more. If you noticed, it started way back. They're more in the background. But here is a mid shot where we're seeing more faces, a little closer to the action. They're getting a little bit more invested here of what's going on to this man, and we are too. We are, in a sense, one of them. We're one of these people here with them. Will you scream in pain when the whip spits your skin? Just smiling. Will you tremble with fear at the mere sight of blood? This is like a trance now. He's out of this world. He's out of his body. And just like they said, Rajamul doesn't need to do these extra goofy effects and maybe we take his spirit out and he can look at what's going on. No, man, this is also very visceral. It's very real. This really happened, and he wants people to know that. He wants people, especially Westerners, to know that this is the shit we endured under the whip. And I'm not making it pretty. This is a beautiful song. It's a heart-wrenching song, but this shit is not pretty. You get scared and shed a tear. Look at that shot. Damn. Oh my God. When I said that this is probably the most dramatic scene you'll see in cinema this year, I actually misspoke. This is probably the most cinematic thing you'll see in years, not just this year. How can you claim to be a child of the forest? Stand up, brother. Stand up and be a child of the forest. Whether they're hitting you in the back, whether they're we're gonna put the shackles on you, you do not bend. You do not. There's that shot too of the people now. You're seeing these because look at. He's going to be the evil one. She's going to be the sad one. But we want to see what is the newest element here, especially at this time in the movie. It's the Indian people, right? These two are now inspiring the Indian people on a different level with this public flogging. Okay? And they stretch him out. They stretch him out. It's like this is the ultimate display of oppressive power that the British Empire can do, is stretch from one end to the other, and you hear him scream and wail. Look at that shot. I mean, these shots are just this is what a master director does. Gosh. And this actor, NRT, is like, you believe every emotional moment that this man gives you. Your heart's blood, which flows like a stream. He's like, his body is just about dead and broken. Right? And now that his blood that he shed, that the British Empire has shed, and now it's finding its way back to the people, back to who this is for, right? This is trying to show the Indian people, know your place. Know your place. She moves her foot. Sounds like a smile on mother's lips. It shines like a smile on mother's lips. And I mean, this is probably at his lowest, and it's going to get a little lower, but he's just singing this song. He's chanting to himself that you've given your life as a gift to Mother Earth. Yeah, man. And they release it, and they're going to release him, right? And look at this shot. Ram is just in awe at this man's strength, his man's spirit. He won't be broken. And there it is. There it is. You're going to see 1, 2, 3. You're going to see an addition, a multiplication of the people's faces, their emotion. And then one will top the other. 1 will top the other. 2. Back to him. 3. Is he going to fall? Right? There he is. His knees have not touched the ground. You've gotten now single shots of Indian people, right? Up close. He reaches for these people. This is for you guys. This is for you. This moment in time. Rise up with me. 3, 4. And he's gone. And they are on fucking fire. They do not care. They're getting their asses kicked. They're jumping the fences. And you watch, they show a mother. They show an elderly woman with her nails and her fingers clawing at an English officer. Totally done on purpose, guys. It shows you that it's not just the heroes, the manly men, the young dudes. It's everyone, different ages, different walks, rebelling in this moment together, right? Right? He's in pain for what he just did, for jumping over this fence. He's in pain, but this is the only thing he can do to express this expression of rage and oppression. It's only just. This is the only way that I can release it after what I've just seen and after what our country is under. Man, this is just epic. One jumps over the other. And they're starting to chip away. The Indian people are starting to chip away at this oppressive empire. And biting, there it is, biting and clawing you. And you don't have weapons. When you're not a fighter, you're going to bite. You're going to claw your way to the top and get the fuck off me. Woof. Woof. Man. This is just, and he's waking up. He's seen something he's never seen before, that this man can inspire these people in this way. He thinks that like what I'm just trying to do is collect guns for everyone, but there is another way to inspire as well. And they're just going one after the other. They're just breaking everything down. Feet into throats, feet into hips and stomachs and punishment and blood. And he picks up his friend that he just, and now they lift him up. Everyone lifts up freedom in this moment. I'm gonna take this man out of here. And this score, let's just talk about the score, guys. The score, this is not a weenie song. This is Shakespearean score on a high magnitude, like this whole movie is. This is 3 hours of this, guys, by the way. Woo. All right. And that really is it. It really is the end of the scene there. It really is the end of the scene. It's so satisfying, this scene. And this is I'd say about 10-15 minutes into the second half. So this is well into, maybe a little bit more, well into the last part of this movie. Whereas Natu Natu is, I think, within the first hour and a half. So the storytelling of these two men and their friendship, and this is probably their lowest point. It gets a lot better. I mean, listen, if you haven't seen it, there's plenty that I'm not spoiling. I wanted to react to this song. It's more than the reaction. Hopefully, you guys got not only my play by play on the visuals. It's just my take, because I just didn't want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, oh, how emotional. I wanted to just kind of talk to you just about the pacing of every shot. That what Rajamouli does is everything is purposeful. Nothing is wasted. There's nothing wasted in this moment. So that's it, guys. I know I could go on and on and on. Hopefully you got a lot out of it the way I did. It is RRR. Komaram Bheemudu is the song. I'll have the song lyrics. I'll have the video, all that stuff in the video description. I hope you're well. Check out our Indian playlist. Check out everything we do on the Latino Slant. And wherever you're at, keep your slant muy fuerte. And remember, guys, General Emiliano Zapata once said, I would rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.
All right, Paulie, let's